So this is how to make the fog effect on Minecraft. This works for Java and Bedrock. I'm doing it on Bedrock Edition. And it's really cool for having holes and making liquids without using water and lava. And it's a really cool effect, so I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to show you some examples on what I used it for. So I'm starting by digging a hole. It has to be fairly deep. There has to be about 12 blocks to make it look good, 12 deep. So I dug my hole, and I'm putting white concrete at the bottom because I'm gonna have white fog. So this will make it completely solid at the bottom, so there won't be greening anything at the bottom of the hole. Now if you're doing the fog, you want to start with one layer of air and then put your glass and completely fill the second layer with the glass. So after you finish the first layer, then skip a block and then do another layer of glass. So I'm just gonna fill up this hole, and it has a really cool effect for like fading into whiteness instead of just having a big drop, and it adds a lot of detail to buildings that have a lot of depth. It also makes things look bigger when you can't see the bottom, and it just fades and that's all you can see. So now you can see how all you can see is whiteness, just getting more white the deeper it goes. And it looks better when you're more far away and above it. But, so I would, if I had more room to dig down, then I would have left more space between ground level and where I stopped building. But I didn't have enough room, so. So now I'm going to show you some examples of things I built using this technique. So using what I learned from making this fog pit, I made a few other things using the same technique. So first I made this this hole with a bridge across. And normally this wouldn't be very scary, just having a deep hole. It would be, but not very much. But now it just looks like an endless pit. It has just blackness all the way down. But it's just this deep and glass. Just one, and then air, and then glass. So I like that because you don't have to dig it as deep to make it look scary. Still has to be deep. I think it's 20 blocks deep. So yeah, it's still deep, but not insanely deep. So the next thing I built was a smokestack, which is not the best looking smokestack, but it's just to show a point. So normally I would just put these cobwebs here to make the smoke, but this time I put some glass here to make the smoke more in the smokestack for nosy people. They can see that there's smoke inside of it as well. And I think it actually looks better than the cobwebs, so. And then over here, I have kind of like toxic waste, I guess, coming out of this pipe and then into this lake type thing that's just the toxic stuff. And I think it would have looked better with lighter glass, but yeah, I used too dark. But it still looks good, I think. And then this is a witch's cauldron. So I just used purple and filled the cauldron with it. And yeah, at the bottom, I used purple because it wasn't very deep. So it just shows that it makes it so there's not just black at the bottom. And then there's a little spoon here to stir it. And then the last thing I made to show off this technique was I made a mug with either coffee, hot chocolate, or tea. I don't know, just some brown liquid. So I think it looks better than just having a brown like concrete or something on top, because it's not as solid, and you can see how it is more like you can see the sides of the cup more, and it's just looks more like liquid. So yeah, you can be creative with this, make whatever you want. Doesn't have to be fog, you can clearly make other things with it. And yeah, I think this is a really cool technique to try and see what you can do with it.